Hello, my friend, and welcome back to another daily dose of Broodwar. We're dropping back in on our buddy Scan here, over in the bottom left, who took on Queen in a single game on ladder. We're going to be checking that out today. Of course, on Apocalypse. Not the easiest map to play Zerg versus Terran. It does have some unique features. We do not have an easily accessible third and fourth base. Basically, wherever you're going to kind of spread out on the map, wherever you're going to be taking your third base here as Zerg, is going to be pretty accessible by the Terran. And so will be difficult to hold. Usually we do end up seeing Aegis Defiler play on this map, but we'll see what Queen has in store here. On paper, Scan really shouldn't be able to win against Queen, but anything, of course, as always, can happen in a best of one. We've got a barracks wall here at the front. A gas coming down for Queen. Did put in a couple of drones, though. So I'm not sure if this is a 2.5 hatch or just a straight up 2 hatch. And Scan now. Gonna throw down his CC here. And a little damage on that Overlord. As the SCV coming into the natural. We'll see the timing here of the layer, at least. There's a bit of an interesting map as well because you do have this 10th patch here. The 10th patch has less minerals at it, but it has pretty good mining efficiency with vertical mining. I'm surprised that he actually decided to take minerals from that. This is the fastest mineral patch, actually. Right here. If you can interrupt the mining on this mineral patch, much more valuable than this one. But it's fine. This SCV is gonna head on out. Doesn't have much left to do here after seeing the layer timing. We've got a 4 Marine move out right now. But these 4 Marines could do a lot of damage in the natural. However, 3 sets of Lings are coming out and the SCV is not in position to see those popping. So he's gonna send that back in. And once he sees those Lings, I think he's going to turn around, rightly so, back off from this attack. See, he's going to see these Lings popping here, immediately backing away. Does not want any part of that. You can see now 6 Lings here. These Marines do need to head home. Being out on the map as a threat is nice, but we do not want to be losing those at any time. Ooh, a factory coming down here. Very interesting. By the way, guys, this is a very, very recent game. Was played just 2 days ago. And right now it is late January of 2024. So if you're watching this in the future, we've got Scan taking on Queen with a mech play. And a second barracks. Oh, interesting. So actually maybe not going mech. Maybe I misread this here. When I saw the factory going down, I thought for sure it was going to be mech, but we've got the barracks. Second barracks. Another barracks gonna start? No, a starport here. And more barracks coming down. So a quick transition into maybe a... What is this going to be, actually? Is this going to be a Valkyrie? It's kind of looking like a Valkyrie play to me now. We got 6 mutas on the way. And the third base is going to be taken over here at the top. See, this is a pretty wide entrance. It's not very easy to set up Lurker to make it so it's impossible. Like, it's not like a lot of our more normal maps where you have a ramp and like 3 Lurkers makes it almost impossible to break up with Marine Medic. Here it is pretty easy to get in there and kill that third base. So We'll see if Scan can move out. He's only had that 1 rack so far. He's not even able to push out here with the 2 racks because he has gone for this very quick transition into Valkyrie. Mutas are flying into the main base now. Scouting out the number of turrets right here. And range is not quite complete, so taking trades with these Marines is pretty good at the moment. Gonna be flying in towards the natural, but Marines standing next to the turret. No bunker here. Being a little risky, Scan. Skipping over that bunker. Very good reaction speed here. Keeping on top of where these Mutalisks are. Losing 1 SCV there, but that's fine. Just getting kind of spread out here with the Marines. Losing 3 in quick succession. That's not the greatest. You do not want to have your Marines walking in a straight line like this. There's the Valkyrie, and the first volley is very good. You can see he was able to get that Valkyrie to turn and back away. Very nice job again getting the slide on the Valkyrie and keeping it here rather than trying to send it out to catch these mutas. I really like the Valkyrie place thus far from Scan. He's trying to get that slide once again. If he gets 1 or 2 more volleys on this group of mutas, they will be just about out of commission. You can see how low they are already getting. They haven't done too much damage here on the side of Scan, who will be getting a couple more Valkyries out here. Looks like not continuing to make those just yet, as he is supply blocked, unfortunately. There's another Valkyrie on the way. Oh no, but some Scourge are coming up here. He is gonna get one. No, he manages to save them both. Great play there by Scan to keep both the Valkyries alive, and he will continue to reach forward towards that 4 Valkyrie count. We've got Lurker upgrade on the way here. As soon as you see those Valkyries, it's really important for the Zerg player to begin the transition over to Lurker. Ooh, gonna lose a couple of medics there for free. Unfortunate stuff for Scan. He was doing so well, but losing those 2 medics is a big deal. The army of Queen may be able to swallow up his small force. We do have a couple of defensive Sunkens coming up here. Great. Oh, great targeting there. And defensive moves from the Valkyries, keeping all of them alive. He lost another medic, but he's encroaching on the natural, and there's Sunkens are not actually done. The Sunkens are not done here. We could see a bust. 3 Sunkens coming up. Looks like this Sunken will complete, and I don't think we're going to be able to see a bust here. Ooh, losing 1 Valkyrie, but dealing a lot of damage to these mutas. He's even going to chase them up towards the top left-hand corner. Pulling the trigger here on a bust. Can he get through these 3 Sunkens? Bringing all the Marines forward here. 1 Sunken goes down right away. 2nd Sunken is likely going to fall here. Lings coming up, but they're not enough. He will have to scan the moment that this Lurker finishes. The Marines are running low. 1 Lurker does pop out. It burrows. That should be a hold. Only 2 Marines left. 1 Marine left now. The Valkyrie's being chased back home as well. So it looks like Queen has weathered the storm here. And Scan not going to be able to get a quick victory off of this one. And without that quick victory, the chances of Scan being able to gut it out in the late game here against someone the caliber of Queen, I think falls off dramatically. I don't say that lightly. I really feel like Scan is a great player, but Queen is just so much more solid in the late game. Now, gonna go into mines here, immediately sending out vultures to start laying down those mines. The Queen, or the mutas here are still in a pretty high number, respectable number of mutas. And these, oh no, these Valkyries. The Valkyries need to make a quick dip out of this area. No armor or anything on these, no attack either. Queen focusing all his energies into producing Hydra and Lurker right now. Good backing away with the Valkyries, none of them connecting. And looks like the Muta's gonna take some damage, just barely not. They do manage to back away. without taking another volley from these Valkyries, but all of the Scourge have been cleaned up, so they can't really engage anymore for quite some time. We're going to be switching into tank here. More factories coming down, so we will have that mech transition eventually. I think it's a great idea here. Flyer Carapace is coming up. Defiler Mound on the way. And of course, that regular Carapace is on coming up here as well. Great mine connection there. Really, really good. This is exactly what the mines were meant to do, is slow down any sort of push across the map with Lurker. Of course, they're amazing for catching Lings and Defilers as well, but this was the timing that he was waiting, or that he was hoping that the Vultures would be able to slow down. He's going to be dropping mines all over the place, making sure that it's difficult for Queen to take another base. And Mutas are down here at the south. It's like he's going to connect with those, but the Scourge are going to come up here. Good job pulling that back. Valkyries cannot move while they're attacking. So he managed to get at least one volley off and then escape. Keeping that count at 4. Very, very important that you keep that 4 count. That is like the critical mass of Valkyries that can absolutely ruin a bunch of Mutas in the sky. Scan here, getting his third base online and operational. He will have that third gas here coming up very soon. A fourth base going to come down, but the mech transition is in full swing now. +1 is just finishing up here. Muta's thinking about flying in towards the main, it looks like, but the Valkyries are already here. This is a great defensive spot for Scan. Look at this. Oh my god, that's so many missiles coming out, raining down on these Mutas. Really nice defense here from Scan, having these Valkyries in the perfect position to stop that attack. Marines coming out to defend these Vultures as he lays down more and more mines. Putting these mines basically anywhere is good. Ooh, losing a bunch of Scourge to the barracks. Something's not going very well for Queen here, who should indeed be the favorite, but Scan is finding damage. He's finding ways to get value where Queen is having a difficult time. Oh, he gets all 3 Valkyrie. That is not good. You really need to have the Marines with those Valkyries to clean up the Scourge as they turn and go in. And the Mutalisk number is still pretty high, but I think we're done actually producing Valkyries for now. We're switching now into Science Vessels. And with the third gas, that will be affordable. Does need to quickly get this third gas operational, though. The mech, with the mech play, that is the most important thing here. Of course, having those extra Valkyries would have been huge. Now he's going to have to switch into Charon boosters to start pumping out some Goliaths, just in case there's a massive transition into flyers, into Mutas. Look at that. +1/+1 is done. Does he actually have 2 Spires? Maybe not. Going into +2 armor here for the Mutas. I think he's going to actually fight this with Muta, pure Muta. That might be the case. He is going to chitinous plating, though. Ultra is going to come out here for Queen. That's not the way that I like to see Zerg players fight against this heavy, heavy mine, Vulture, and mech army. The tanks are going to be able to siege up here on this big peninsula, block this area, and we're going to see this base get taken. It's going to be very hard for Queen to do a full-on charge and make it worthwhile if he's going for something like Ultralisk in this game. Trying to clean up some mines with his Mutas. Fortunately for Queen, we do not have any more Valkyries here. The Marines are going to come forward and cover these Science Vessels, which are trying to get rid of these Mutas. Stop them from getting rid of the mines, because the mines are extremely important here for the future of this Terran player. Coming up, clearing some of these Lings. A bunker going down here in the center left. He wants to take another base here soon. Center left might be a little hard to hold, but with the bunkers, might be possible. Muta's moving over here to the center left. Can he actually prevent that base from going down? Looks like he's not aware of it just yet. These 4 Marines heading up to that bunker. Gonna help to secure that area from just random Ling attacks and these few Mutas that are still running around the map. It is really very funny to see him continuing with the armor upgrades on the Scourge. Oh, big load up of drop down here at the bottom right. That is a sick move. We got 2 Lurkers, a Defiler, and a lot of Lings ready to go for a drop run. A great play against someone going for Mech Army. Mech is not very good at dealing with these drop plays, especially Defiler drops. If you can get a Defiler right there with some Lurkers under Dark Swarm, oh my god, it is just nightmarish. Sending in the 1 Overlord that doesn't have anything inside of it first is a very good move. Dark Swarm comes down. Lurkers under Dark Swarm will not be able to be killed here. He will be able to hold this position. Nice job targeting down the Defiler, but he's gonna have to back away here and wait for that spell to end now. More bases going up in the top quadrant of the map, or not quadrant, excuse me. There's only 3 parts to this map. It's like the bunker gonna go down here. Lurkers with not many kills. 3 kills on this one. Oh, 5 kills on this one now. 4 kills on that one. 4 and 5. There we go. The Lurkers are gonna get taken down. Dark Swarm over here on the left-hand side, just barely in range of this bunker. He does need to repair that. Keep that alive, and he will. Some Irradiates come down here. Army in the middle of the map. I don't know what this is. Bunch of Ultras are going to get dropped on top of this with some Dark Swarm and a nice Plague as well. Uh-oh, Scan's starting to fall apart here. The tanks are really truly the backbone of the army, and he's going to end up losing all of them to some nice Mind Drags. Very, very sad moment here for Scan. He was handling a lot of this very, very well. He had this base operational. He's got this base operational. He just needs to siege up in the middle of the map and cover his army from the air as well. You know, get some Valkyrie out, maybe get some Goliaths out would be best. But now he's going to be broken here in the center left. He doesn't have the army to control the middle anymore. You know, had he had those tanks spread out a bunch with some Goliaths in there, this wouldn't have been as easy for Queen to break. And now Queen kind of running away with things. Another big drop on top of all these tanks. The tanks just kind of moving and staying unsieged here, but a Dark Swarm comes down. Very nice play from Queen. Gonna get a big Plague here, I think. Very nice Plague there on a bunch of those tanks. He's gonna siege up, but look at this, running forward. Lings are gonna be able to clean up these tanks here very, very cost efficiently, and Scan is dropping in supply rapidly down to down 60 supply right now. Oh my goodness. Do we have another drop coming in? I think these are just sacrificial overloads. No, we've got a drop with a Defiler and an Ultra, but I mean, that's not going to do too much. That's going to get shut down pretty darn quick. And I guess Scan still has this base over here. However, Defiler making its way down. He actually needs to kill that. He could retake this base over here, but there's just so much supply for Queen. Queen is supply blocked for the moment. He can't actually produce anything, making 9 Overlords. This is a mistake I often make, actually, which is, oh god, these mines. Oh my god. Ouch. That was a big mine connection. Another big mine connection here. So painful. Losing a ton of SCVs down here, but SCVs is not really the problem right now for Scan. The problem is getting some stabilization in this game. Getting a good position. I gotta say, holding this area is so much nicer. If you could just get all your tanks up on this line, this ridge line here, have enough to cover this area as well. I mean, it's so much better than moving your army around like this and walking into the Ultralisk. He also needs Goliaths out here so badly. The Goliaths, oh man, are needed to get rid of the overlords and not let them just drop right on top of you. Another nice plague there. The drops on top of all of this are taking Scan apart. It's so hard to do all of this as the Zerg player, but Queen managing it seemingly almost effortlessly here. Coming in with some mutas. He's going to be able to clean up that one. Ouch. Another big mine connection. Clear out that one Goliath and deal more damage here. Tanks are being torn apart by these ultras, and GG is called. Some of the best mine drags I think we've ever seen in this game. Very, very nice mine drags down here at the bottom. This base down here at the bottom right, down at the third base of Scan. Despite having so many bases operational, he just wasn't able to keep up with Queen. And I think that comes down to just not having the setup. You know, he had that big group of army that was kind of sitting over here by the rally point of the Zerg. Rather than having that all spread out with mines and everything set up, Goliaths being pumped out so that he could actually stop some of these drops. Look at all this stuff. Queen actually sticking around for a little while after Scan has already left to just send in all of his Lings and Ultras. He's completely, well, almost completely maxed out right now. He's just about got 3-3 finished, and his army is absolutely crazy. But you really can't do this. You can't send in an army like this if you've got that setup with mines in front and tanks sieged up behind. It's not going to be cost efficient for you, but if you're allowed to just jump right on top of the tanks for free, you're always going to be able to trade efficiently as the Zerg player. And that's what we saw there is from Queen. You know, he got that nice trade initially, and then he continued to follow that up with more and more drops, tearing everything apart. Really well played by him. A nice game from Scan as well. And guys, that is it for your daily dose of Brood War. I'll see you tomorrow.